Hello, Replay viewer. Thank you for connecting. I am Ami, broadcasting from Far East Japan. Happy Hump Day, Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. Here is to share about energy wisdom as a key energy, key word. Sharing about the culture where I came from, which is the country of Japan, that people here uses the energy word to identify non-physical elements such as an energy, emotions, and everything is made of energy. So invisible energy as an identifiable element aspect using the word. So I like to share that word as a keyword, energy word, to help you identify something new way to noticing everyday living for your conscious creation and healing. Once we become aware of it, and then we can use our personal power to choose, identify, and choose for healthy ideal alignment. But we don't see. So, this wisdom from Japan, the way to identify energy, my hope is to help you become more aware of element from new angle to raising your awareness or expanding your awareness or idea to take a look at the aspect of life. So that might help you enriching the resource for identifying what came to your awareness as an healing ingredients or creative ingredients for life bettering conscious living tool. So that's my wish and goal here. And since everything is made of energy, and the people in Japan uses that word combining with particular energy character, which originally from China. If you're a healing practitioner, might be hi Bob, might be familiar with this energy word, key word. Anything to do with this particular character combining with the other word, and then that is something related to energy aspect. So it's from the weather is a collective energy, the universal energy is also heaven's energy, it's the weather. So it's that kind of combination to identify it as an energy. And some energies are collective energy, and it's quite challenging to change the weather, change the typhoon direction by our individual personal power. But that requires more gigantic energy to redirecting that particular magnitude of that energy. However, if something related to the personal matter, like inner universe or the world around us, that is absolutely we can use our energy to direct, realign, or change the place. And energy flows where attention is given. So you are the attention giver of your energy flow. So once we become aware of that, and then you can use your power to direct it. So I chose that basic word that absolutely we can manage with our personal power, something related to the individual local energetic field instead of field energy or collective energy. Hello, Bob. Thank you for connecting. So each week I'm choosing one word to share. And so I picked the seventh word, something related to personal energetic field, and to share about how we can relate to that matter invisible aspect of our life as an idea, helping you become more aware of your own energy and the world around you. Okay, so here is the word home. It's the book, this word representing book. Home. Home means book. And energy. Home ki. Book and energy is the book of energy. It's not the paper, 2 pages. It's the book of energy. It's the serious dedication to a chosen experience. Honki. So let's check how this honki work in each energy chakra. From the root chakra, the first energy center. The first energy center, I've been so encouraged to work on for the last couple of weeks, since especially after the full moon we had. Geez, especially this month actually, honki. So the honki, let me place this combination of the energy word, the keyword, honki, book of energy. Okay. With the root chakra, so basically it's the book of energy is sincere dedication. And so in conjunction with the first energy center, root chakra, it's about foundation of life. The basics is the safety, the basic foundation, and relationship with the earth, the land, grounding, and also that relationship with the mother figure, which supposed to make us feel safe, as a human species. I mean, any species, like a mother supposed to make us feel safe when we came to this life. So the relation to mother, and also mother figure, the mother earth, and safety and feeling belong to this life, this living, and a community, something that we feel safe and feel belong to, and also the survive, to protect and survive, and grounding, rooting. That's the energy center of the root chakra, color red. With the honki is the life stability, stabilizing the life. So when we feel fearful about in any area of our life, the physical, mental, emotional, financial, anything that we feel fearful about, and then that really get our attention energy for surviving, right? To protect, because it's important to be feel safe and to open, and then all other upper energy center. So the foundation have to be safe to live this life physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, financially, to be able to give focus on creative. So the foundation is very important. And then here and here we are challenged to go because we are growing. Sometimes it's that we are become taller, growing, and then the root is needing to grow deeper in order to support our growth above the earth, right? That's how we are maturing. So we go back to the root and to solid and work on solid, neutralizing that, and then to take care of the nurturing, the safety, and then each phase we need a different type of nourishment, the way to routine. And sometimes it's like going one direction too deep and then needing some balancing out, so that kind of thing. So that root grounding foundation, however, when the foundation is good and everything else can be rebuilt quickly, but the foundation is unstable, and then it's unreliable when we build upon something unreliable, right? So it's always fearful. So it's very important to embody the groundingness, especially when you feel like you're spiritually too open, or very active on above, chakras, and bringing these ideas and imaginations and visions, bringing down to the earthy reality, needing a structure. It's the physical structures, and since we are living in this physical body, to create some form and to support and to grow, that basic foundation we all need. So that's what and life stability, when you have the healthy, very grounded physically, emotionally, and spiritually, financially, and then the feeling is sort of like not belonging to anywhere. You gotta work, you gotta money, you got but a family is kind of like having challenging, or even a great family, but it's sort of like feeling unable to fit in the community, like finding in the sense of the homelessness in the spiritual level, or any other way to, that happens too. So the balancing of this routine, feeling belong to emotionally, and then give us a safety, these are good opportunity to honki, to book of energy, to dedicate to building the foundation, or renewing the foundation, or revitalizing, updating foundation periodically might be a really good idea. And then, especially when we are expecting harvesting season, if you put in the seed out there in the springtime and then the summer magic, and then no matter what, we deserve to get what we seeded out, at least some level. So then review, the season comes, go, and cycle start again. And to good to be pay attention to which area you would like to uh, strengthen that root, or foundation, or formation, or fitting one feet at the other and one step forward. Or maybe you came to a 5 step forward and feeling like 3 step backward, and then what about the next stage? It's a good time to how far you came and what you would like to do with your life, designing your life as the way connected to your heart of the matter, aligning to your soul's urge. So that's what Honki, Book of Energy, to dedicate the root energy center, root chakra, might be a good color. Red, I recommend that if you like to go to work on that area, energy center, grounding, and then use some color red as your symbol color, or a guidance, and that will help you to get grounded. One of the things that our physical body is really connected to the Mother Earth. one of the aspect that I always imagine as a connection to the Mother Earth is our blood, is the red color. Red is coming from iron, and that is the element of the Mother Earth, iron. You know, the iron connection is like a blood circulating a physical body is the iron connection to the Mother Earth. We are part of the earth element, just to reminding ourselves. So that connection, as long as we are, circulating a blood, be part of Mother Earth, and then that's the root energy, the physical get going, blood pressures, balancing blood, that's all the foundation, making our body feel safe and secure to circulate energy, nutrition through physical being part of Mother Earth. So that's the Honki, sincere dedication to the root energy center, life stability. And then the second energy center is passionate creation. The second energy center is all about emotion and pleasure, joy, create, and one-on-one relationship, sexuality. It's a water sign. So the water elements, emotion is the water element, and totally relate to the moon energy, because the moon and gravity in the water is such a related element to life, in this universe. And our body is made of mostly 75% is water. So why not? We are influenced by tide and moon cycle. That's part of natural physical being part of universe within us. We are the universe. So noticing that element, that we mostly made of water and the moon and the emotion, so it's not good or bad, we are emotional beings. So it's ideal, hi Mel, so it's ideal to noticing that emotions and bring that emotion into joy alignment. That's the follow your joy. That's the hi. Follow your joy is the pleasure, creative power that is open the second energy center. It's not with the one person, but the other partner, one-on-one relationship to co-create joy. That's what the second energy center, color orange. And Honki is passionate creation. Passionate. The passion is to ignite the energy to create. So that's the book of energy. Honki. Honki for joy. Seriously follow joy. Commit to follow joy, not follow anger or sadness, but committing to follow joy. That's what the second energy center. And the third energy center is the solar plexus, the sense of self, self-love, ego, desire to decide. It's the fire, driving power, powerhouse. That's the third energy center, color yellow. With the Honki is a committed decision to go for that desire, to decide with own power to drive all your energy towards what you chose, seriously dedicated to the goal, committed, honki to make that wish come true, that dedication with honki, the book of energy, to not just the one time, but the book of page 1 to maybe 300, the book of energy to go for the desire to follow through and to committing to dedicate to the decision, not just the one decision, but it's like hundreds and 200 of decision, on and on, and dedication. That's what the third energy center with Honki. going back to the second energy center with the relationship, the creation, passion. It's the partnership, intimacy is also there. So it's like a committed relationship to co-create. That's what also the second energy center with the honki. The honki in the related. It's the other side is the casual relationship, but it's the committed honki relationship. So the honki to go for decided desire, that's the power center, third energy center, decision. And with the heart chakra, the fourth energy center, color green, is one love. It's the oneness, caring, nurturing, forgiving, loving. Um, that's the fourth energy center. With honki, with oneness, is unconditional love. Unconditional love. It's we like sometimes it's like a third energy center ego is bothering to follow through the unconditional love, honki, true energy, the book of energy for committing oneness, unconditional love. But the ego, third energy center, sometimes asking us that, hey, is this the unconditionally loving or some kind of like condition because of ego? you know that so that type of emotional ego and also oneness to dedicate honki is that really like a practicing the oneness and the you are Mila in me and I am Mila in you, so it's the we are one. And love unconditionally, forgiving is not to forgiving others but forgiving ourselves by doing that, so that caring, nurturing is doing for self to care others, but if you say that, hey, I did that for you, and then it's kind of like questioning the unconditional love. Hello, is that supposed to coming from nurturing self? And that's the golden rule. One love, the one that is fulfilling ourselves and that fulfilling others is the golden rules, and that's supposed to be. And but this immaturity of this heart chakra, the honki of oneness, is that I did that for you, but he or she didn't do this back to me. Hello, no expectation for honki, fourth energy center oneness. So that it's a good reminder that when we put something from bottom of our heart with unconditional love to do something, nurturing ourselves, and then the universe and the oneness is becoming back to us from somewhere. When you give this to this person, and then universe gonna send return to some other way. But hey, it's a butterfly effect, so like attractor like, and then the energy circulating in a way. So we like to be in that flow and to enriching the flow and want to be part of the vortex of the abundance and nurture in this one love field, as it's always here. It's up to us to open it with practicing honki, unconditional love. So by the way, I always reminding myself that forgiveness is one of the hardest lessons. And the other day that I bumped into the article about forgiving is like, yeah, I mean, every time I read this article about forgiveness, I learn some new aspect, reminding myself. Yeah, reminding myself that um what was that? It's it's really like forgiving self, not for others. As long as we are unable to forgive something or someone, and then uh, and then that is getting our attention, like still there, like getting our attention, like, oh, it's hard to let go, forgive, and then that energy is usable for something others, but still in our own space, eating up our precious energy. So it's up to us to let this go for that unforgiving whatever, eating up our space. So we're just cleaning up, negotiating with, yeah, difficult sometimes. And then, but it's like sometimes this is my own practice. It came from my own practice, but willing to forgive might be a good start. You know, it's no need to be completely forgiving. That's the perfectionism, right? So, okay, universe, I am willing. Not at the moment, it's not completing, but I'm starting, and I am so willing to forgiving. Show me the way, or show me the sign, and then maybe universe will co-create finding the way to let go. Sometimes it's like aha moment, piece of information. It just dissolve. That's what happens. So what I learned is that willing to forgive is sometimes it's a good start, and then reminding that forgiving is not that person, but forgiving self. For allow that to come, and that was a lesson. So then I, let go to use. So the get the lessons is the process, and you must detach and to observe. And then sometimes needing the time is a space with the linear time would help us to cooling off the emotions, and doing some sort of category of the feeling. Yeah, the cutting the code is helpful. When heated up, the emotionally still hot, charged, and then writing is also helpful. But some element challenges us to mastering this forgiveness in really deep psyche. It's not the surface area. It happens too, though, but it's really deep ones. And the magnitude of it's like and then you know what, so you are ready to deal with the deepness, so you can be the master into when you release the space, and there isn't a tremendous amount of space for other things to love or whatever. So but I think it's important to really sort it out, the emotions, that am I really ready to connect to the old self that responded or not responding in a particular way. And then the idea is to get that lessons and make it better for the next time, because universe is gonna send the similar energetic pattern as a test, like, hey, did you get the lessons from this one, the very similar energetic pattern. And then when that happens, we like to, yeah, mastering it, that's the mastery of the path, right? The conscious living mastery course. So uh, in order to get into that mastery, then we really want to digest the experience when we complete, just not ignoring it, surface area. And then if we can forget, that's the best. But in case of me, summer, it's unforgettable. It's deep. So if that's the case, really like face on, even it's uncomfortable, just one by one, for your spirit's sakes, not for that person or the event, but your spirit's sakes, that we want to be lighter for the future, not the prisoner from the past, but get the lessons. It's sometimes really hard, like a denial type myself. But we know when the time has come, then like, hey, this feels like history. This really like history. It's not cutting code anymore. It's coming as a dinosaur, piece, mummy or something. And then yeah, I can really learn from there, because maturing enough or whatever, and then I can go. I think so. Yeah, the forgiveness. So everyday things is like forgiving, forgiving, forgiving. If the family member is one of the hardest, I'm having a really hard time with a biological family member. And then some what some level that I decided my own peace, and the person or the family member is really disturbing my peace, and then that really eating up my energy for the future, and then I create the space intentionally, and then I create the story that loving the person unconditionally, but loving self not to be disturbed. So because of that, I forgive myself to being eaten up. I gave I gave permission to release that what I did or didn't, or what she or he did or didn't. But sometimes it's still coming up as like, wow, it's not, it's stinky. But every time I feel the stinkiness, and then it's like, okay, so I'm a new person now. I send love unconditionally. So unconditional love, honky unconditional love, and oneness, and pray for the good things happen, and for myself, and unable to connect in the way that most ideal. But perhaps that's the good thing, not to be in dark clothes. Oh, thank you, Mel. I'm so glad that, yeah, it's been, I skipped Monday too, so it's been a pretty hard energy flow, actually. I was telling Bob about that. But yeah, so and then the fifth energy center, the throat chakra, color blue, it's about to express authentically. And honki is it's sincere true expression. Sincere true expression. Yes, indeed. Self care is everything, because no one can make us feel peaceful within except ourselves. So we got to take care of our spirit and ourselves, and that's such a lots of work. Sometimes feels like a business. How am I doing my body, my emotion, and my spirit, my soul's urge, and checking all that. I'm like crazy. I'm so grateful for to be able to have the space, and to be able to do that without disturbing. But sometimes interruptions and whatever. So the fifth energy center, true expression with Honki, is that to open heart to express, not bothered from ego or being liked by someone or social, just a mouth word communication, but it's from the heart, not from calculated mind, but it's just wholehearted with caring delivery, openness, openly. That's what honki is. That it's that actually changes your quality of your relation to anyone around you. your friends, your important people, loved ones, that to open up honki. Um, People I notice around me is just talking, too much talking. I mean, and then these are like so social. Like I really like to excuse myself from these communities. I become so quiet person, but people who just openly honki self-talk or communicate, we know that even it's not the words count, but it's the sincere choice of the word as a communication tool, word as an thought organizing tool to expressing self, true voice, expression. That's what honki, truth, authentic, sincere expression. This deserves really attention. And then sixth energy center, it's third eye, intuition, intellect, brain, perception, and honki, knowingness, is to imagine and intuition, information processing. Sometimes we underestimate our knowingness, or others' knowingness. Um, but to sincerely use it as an information to bring that to a useful resource, that is uh, that is important. And honki, sometimes we just because this area is invisible, and once we bring that into the world or some sort of content, and then it's gonna boom go away. It's such a messy place, including dreams. So when we really want to extra information or getting to know something, and then to seriously taking care of your intuitive hunches and the dreams, the information or ideas, like write that down. Don't trust your mind state because it's such a messy place. To bring it with the word or the images or something, that these are the valuable information. When you do that honky, sincerely doing it, and then we got lots of resource with the traditional way and then also the new way. So that's the resource. And seventh energy center, the color purple, crown chakra. It's the divine higher self, the life purpose. So with the honki is the energy of faith. Faith is that something believable, believable, that something that we are born with. It's not that we learned or mastered since we're a child and learned at the school or culture. No, no, no. The baby knows. There's the faith that life's something that we are born with. The trust, being part of the universe, that life, trusting life. So honki is that sometimes it's good to be reminded that we are here. I mean, that is the magic, right? That is miracle. And living life is hard. Like, congratulations, you survived your childhood. Hello, you know. I know a few people that I really enjoy the childhood experience. Of course, there is some degree, but childhood is pretty hard, pretty hard. So congratulate our lives and awareness and divine and honky, seriously noticing that energy is part of us. We are part of that energy. So this is the honky, the book of energy. sincere dedication in each energy aspect of self bettering. And thank you for connecting. Thanks for the hearts. I really like to go pick the energy word for both of you to get some quick reminder. Would you like to do that? Would you pick the number between 1 to 7 for me? Thank you, Bob, for the hearts. Do you want to pick the energy word, Bob? Yes. Can you pick the number between 1 to 7? 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Ta. Mochi. Holding. Energy. Energy holding. How are you gonna hold the energy? That's what the aspect. So how you're gonna hold the energy is totally up to you to choose what energy you like to hold. And these are the aspect for each chakra color. And the aspect here is the purple. Divine. Divine. Consciousness. Cosmic energy with the flexibility. So that kimochi, how you gonna hold the energy? Reminder here is that the flexible cosmic energy. So that to work on dedicating that life creation, lower energy center, and then it's easily forget about we are being part of the cosmic energy, and cosmic energy is also available like infinite love and infinite possibility. But when we bring that into the physical linear time here now, time and space, factuality, and then it's kind of fading out easily. It's bringing in, it's the we must segment, select that, and prioritize according to the linear time schedule, right? But flexibility, remembering the flexibility, and everything is happening here now, and all of that time is also available. Just a reminding that to having that energetic feel to your local might give you a sense of abundance of choice to create. Feels like it got to be this way, and structured reality to deal with the time and resource and like all the limitation. But hey, we being cosmic energy and being part of it to be open. So it's not giving up. It's difficult to giving up, but just to prioritize, play with the element with a new way of linear time connection, or some sort of like new way to combine together to have it both, because we want to have a cake and eat it at the same time. These are the two different aspects, but we got the cake but it cannot eat it. We want to have it and then eat it at the same time. So finding a way to negotiate, maybe to want to have the cake today but cannot eat it today, so then make it as an tomorrow, and then that possibility, that kind of new way to play with the element, to reminding the flexibility might be helping you to feel relieved and bringing some healing, or expanding the idea of creation instead of like locked into some concrete factuality. So I'm sending a healing and reminder to everything is starting with non-physical aspect, the intention, idea. So it's already here, and it's up to us to recombine until we give a structure to it. Thank you for allowing. Hope it's helpful. It's a eclipse season. Four. Four for male. Yay! So eclipse season, and it's quite. I'm sensing that intense energy physically, like a lower energy center. You're welcome, Bob. Thank you for showing, allowing. So it's good to be open up for the flexibility, and when we dedicate seriously, and then it's good to remind the flexibility is the power, especially with the cosmic. So maybe being open to the synchronicity would be a good idea when you got the seventh energy center. So get the universe for co-creative power by being flexible. That's a good affirmation here for you right now. And then it's for me too. I want to get the answer quickly, like, And then the universe is like, hey, go detour this way. And it's like, nope. I'm so insist, like, I really want this way. It's like stubbornness. Sometimes it's good, but needing some flexibility. So 4 for male. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4 male here. Brave. You. Brave energy. Brave energy is the energy of courage to go with it's like a Hawaiian basket. Hawaiian basket. Stop. Balance with the fourth energy center, heart chakra. Balance. The brave energy. So let me go get the meaning. So it's the one love and unconditional love and give and take unconditionally, forgiving with Yuki is the courage. What came to me is that sometimes we are so trained to be connect with the world around us in a certain way. It's the family value or cultural influence or community discipline, whatever. Um, and when we are on that conscious creative life path, and sometimes it's that conscious awareness really challenge us to change the way that we connect with the world around us consciously, and to conscious connection to the people or the world around us. When we are like allow our autopilot, and then the old familiar way to communicate showing up without paying attention to it, the wording or the way that it's easy, simple autopilot. So the consciously rewiring that is to connect, communicate consciously, and even that to without aware of it, we are connecting with some sort of belief system which came from the childhood discipline. When we want to, it's helping us for guiding nicely, and then we want to keep it, but it's really holding us back in the loop of unwilling creation, and then we must change it. rewire in it. So it's all starting with the conscious awareness. So it's the if you are aware of that, wow, gee, I am communicating, connecting with this particular people in this way, as an old way, and then, hey, long time no see, and then the old me is connecting the way da. But I'm totally different person now, and how I'm gonna connect it in this new way. It's a really conscious adjustment is needed to be in open, authentic to the grown up self now, to let the old self remove from connecting, the balancing, the past related, and then the now here, to connect one love and communicate, sharing, nurturing. So some people might be respond as an, hey, you became a different person, hey, you are so mean, so you are not so helpful, you are so unkind. These words I heard a lot the time I came back to Japan, actually. It's like, because many people know old me like a decade ago, right? I became a totally different person. So the way that I being embodied back then, in their way of seeing me as a person, it doesn't fit. So they complain. Uh, but I need to make peace out of it. Yeah, I need to make peace out of it, because this is me, this is my choice, this is the way that I am creating now for the future. I'm here for so and so, I'm open to this, but I would like you to know that this is me now. And whatever that you feel me, that's your way. But let me know if anything I can do for you. But this is so means like mostly when I need to say no in nice way to them is the time that I needed the balance with the courage, because whatever the reasons are, I want to keep the good relatedness, relationship, a social facade, repeating the way that I used to. No, I don't think it putting my energy for that old pattern is yeah, new boundaries, a new way to connect to, so that the very beginning is so it's easier for new people to get to know. But the people who already know, it's like siblings and family members that are hard, because we know for long enough, right? So, and then they have own idea of embodying that person. So to update it and discipline the world around us is needing the commitment and courage, brave energy for speaking up for our own spirit's sakes and own growth, soul's urge for choice that we made for conscious living for better in. So you got to discipline the old energetic pattern, needing the balance. When we are so harsh, and then people gonna go up, they're gonna cut the cord. But the balance, they push and pull, and then finding a comfortable place in oneness harmoniously, to just the balancing out as a liberal energy. So with the family member is one of the hardest, and the siblings is I'm still dealing with it. But I will let you know when I find some new methodology that help me to reconnecting with the siblings. It's We have the power to rewire in the way that to connect the world around us. When we change, the world around us changes. So that's a good reminder. But need a courage for our spirit's sake. So I'm sending the healing for I know that I sense your energy is very nice and balancing and harmonious. It's very hard to change the way how you gonna act and talk and connect. because it's going to create some waves or splashes sometimes, and then we don't want to have that kind of shakiness. But if you feel it's no resonance to new you, and then you may need to find a way nicely splashing that splashing the water to create the new way connecting. Sending a healing and courageous energy with you, especially with that one love, caring, nurturing, loving center. Thank you for allowing. It's getting dark here. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining here. Before closing, I'd like to connect our energy and conscious breath. It's one of the synchronicity that I had last week, actually. Last Wednesday, I was not physically well and did the voice kind of guided meditation-ish experience. And then synchronistically, next day I was watching the documentary, and brain scientist or specialist was telling about how we can calming down the stress, and then exactly suggesting what we did. So it's like, whoa, this is like so timely or synchronicity, and what we are doing is really brain healing wise. It's so spot on, and it's the mindfulness, a conscious mindfulness, active breathing, conscious mindfulness exercise. But we can do that simply with a deep breath 3 times, and to connect each part of ourselves together, and to second one, to let go of no longer needing energy. And then the third one is to welcome in the new energy that we need for our creation, and to support one another to connect in with the field oneness energy that we are co-creating. So let's do that to close here. And please send the healing energy. I am also sending the healing energy while we are doing so. So let us take a long, deep breath from the nose, counting 3, 1, go. 2, 3. The next one, when we inhaling, and let all out, saying out, using the vocal to let no longer serving everything, people, event, way of being, old pattern, repeated habit, no longer serving our creation. We want to let go out, saying out. Ready? Let's go. Okay. That last one, in taking all the fresh energy into your body, into your sense of self, and stimulate it, and to connect your energy with our oneness and support one another doing so. taking in. Ready? Let us take a deep breath now. Thank you for showing your lovely presence in live, both of you. Truly appreciate that. Nice connecting with you. Happy Wednesday. And yeah, energetically, I am sensing it's quite a bumpy, rough energy for eclipse season. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. And I think that this new moon coming 25th or so, it's going to be the solar eclipse. So get prepared to conditioning ourselves, nurturing ourselves in any levels, and put the critical self aside. And I really suggest you write that down with the detached and accept as is, and to notice. No need to engage, but we want to change it for the better. No need to stay there unwanting situation, but acknowledge is the beginning of the healing. So I'm telling to myself like a denial types and accept and to deal with it. And in order to do so, I think it's the healthy local beingness. It's such an important aspect to deal with this intense energy. So thank you for sending the healing, and I am sending healing too. So if you haven't put your energy into energy circle for this autumn, please go check the Instagram and then put your word in there. There is an instruction. I'm gonna update the visual and take your word into that artwork and then send the energy. Yeah, do that. And then it's going to be good for doing it to send the energy for the new moon eclipse. It's a surprising energy is happening. So we want to get everything that could support conscious creation on our side. So we want to be really like preparing, conditioning, nurturing, becoming aware, preparing to deal with this, whatever the opportunity comes, we can hope in. Well, thank you for the hearts. And I see you when I see you. You have a wonderful night. Thanks again. Thank you for leaving the heart and the tweet. I truly appreciate that. Bye. Blessings. Getting really dark here. Good night.